Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now. This is for Valentine's Day. I thought it would be fun to do something girly and pink. Of course, you can change it up however you want to fit you. If you don't want to wear false lashes, you don't have to. If you want to wear a lighter lip, a darker lip, whatever suits you. So let's jump right into it.
So first, as always, I'm just going to apply some lip balm, and then I'm going to go ahead and prime my lids with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm going to set that with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. Next, I'm going to go in with the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to go in first with the shade Golden Ochre, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. So I'm just blending this into the crease, blending it out, using this as our first shade that we're going to go over top of with the rest of our colors. Next, I'm going to go into the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm doing the same thing essentially with this shade. I'm not blending this up quite as much. I'm going to keep it a little bit lower and more direct in my crease. Now I'm going into the shade Red Ochre, and I'm going to focus this on the very outer part of my lid, and then once most of the color is on there, I'm going to blend it a little bit into the crease. And then I'm going to go into Cypress Umber, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing, but I'm going to focus this a little bit more just on the outer corner, not blend it in quite as much, that all the colors can kind of show through nicely. Just blending that around. And then I'm going back into the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm just going to use this to kind of blend everything out one more time just so that everything is nicely diffused. And then I'm going to go back into Red Ochre and just kind of intensify that shade so it's a little bit more noticeable. Now I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Single Eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush, and I'm just going to spray a flat shader brush with some setting spray, and then I'm going to apply this all over my lid, obviously keeping it away from the outer corner because we already applied some darker shades there. I'm just blending this out, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm just going in with a clean blending brush just to buff out the edges. Here I'm using a makeup wipe to wipe away any fallout, and then I'm going to go in with the Colourpop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Honeydude, and I'm going to line my waterline with this. This is really going to open up my eyes and just kind of brighten up the look. I'm just taking this little Wet n Wild single black eyeshadow, and I'm going to use a liner brush to apply this to the outer part of my lash line. This is just kind of going to give some definition and also help to hide the lash band if you're wearing falsies. Now I'm going to take my e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face, and then I'm going to blend it in with my fingers. This is a really moisturizing base for your makeup. I really enjoy this. It's also a little bit sticky in a good way because it really makes your makeup adhere to your skin and it's not going to budge. I'm going to use the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, and I'm just going to apply this to the areas where my pores are a little bit larger. And then I'm going to go in with the Covergirl Outlast 3-in-1 Foundation and the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. And I'm mixing those together. I love the combo of them. And I'm just blending that out with a damp sponge, applying that all over my face. I really love this combo. It's super gorgeous finish. It is full coverage though, so it's going to depend on what you like. Now I'm just going to highlight with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer down the center of my face. Blend that out with a sponge. I'm going to use that same concealer underneath my eyes. Blending that out with my Real Technique sponge. I'm going to set it, of course, with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder and another sponge because I love setting my powder with a sponge underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder, and I'm going to set my entire face. I need to switch it up. Now I'm going back into the Modern Renaissance palette to do my lower lash line, and I'm starting off with burnt orange. I'm just blending that all over my lower lash line as much as I can. Then I'm going in with red ochre, and I'm kind of doing the same thing. And now Cypress Umber, and I'm going to focus this mainly just on the outer corners. And then I'm going to blend everything in with that first brush again. Now it's time for bronzer, and I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is my favorite. I'm applying this to the hollows of my cheeks. I'm also applying some of this to my temples, so just the sides of my forehead. And then I'm going to apply it to the sides of my nose as well to kind of give like a slight natural contour. I'm also going to apply any excess product to my jawline, and then I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Megaglo Contour Palette just for a bit more of a chiseled contour, applying a little bit to my nose, and then I'm using the light shade in that palette and I'm just putting it under my eyes to brighten a little bit. I'm going in with the Makeup Geek Spellbound blush, and I'm applying this to my cheeks. It did get pretty pink pretty fast, so I just went over it with my sponge that I used for foundation. And now it's time to highlight using the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Flexitarian. I'm applying this to the high points of my cheekbones, on my nose, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, on my forehead, pretty much all over my face. Really just on the high points of my face. And then I'm applying some to the inner corner as well with a smaller brush. And I'm going to go in with my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I love this thing. I'm just going to fill in my brows. So you can watch me do that for a bit. The shade is like perfect for me. I use the shade number 4. Feathering it in lightly in the front. I'm going in with my e.l.f. brow gel just to set those down so it doesn't move. I'm curling my lashes here. Now I'm using the Modern Renaissance palette to highlight my brow bone because I like to do that after my eyebrows, and I'm using the shade Tempura, or I think that's how you say it. And I'm using this bougie Dior mascara that I got in my Allure beauty box that Jaclyn Hill did. Just a little mini. And then I'm going in with the Flutter Lashes in Captivating and my beloved Esquido lash glue, and I'm just applying my lashes here. It takes a bit for the lash glue to dry, so that's why you can still see it. And then I'm just applying some lower lash mascara in between. Looking at my highlight. I'm going in with the e.l.f. lip liner in the shade Dusty Rose. I'm kind of obsessed with this, if you can't tell. To go over top of that, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss in the shade Bare Attraction, number 318. This is a really pretty, like, peachy pink color. It did turn out a tiny bit peachier than I wanted, but that's okay. It's still really pretty. I have no clue how this is labeled as a gloss though, because it's not glossy. And then I'm just going over the center of my lips with the Bite Beauty Buttercream lipstick in the shade Cream. It's a little bit lighter, so it'll kind of give an ombre. And then I'm going in last of all with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is freaking gorgeous, if you didn't know. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this look. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. I'm going to use the Essence Lash Princess False Effect Mascara. This is like the one that has like the grainy type of